Can we just take a moment for Duke, who lost last night against North Carolina? North Carolina? Okay. Hey y'all, my name's Chandler, and I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be here. Okay? And I'm happy that you're here. Even more happy. Ecstatic. Who says ecstatic? I'm ecstatic that you're here. Okay? So let's jump right into it. We're going to talk about what happened during the trade period and leading up to the deadline yesterday. Okay? So basically, trades were made here and there. Nothing major. I think the biggest thing was that Blake Griffin was sent to Detroit. Okay? He was sent to Detroit Pistons. In my opinion, I think if they were going to get rid of him, they should have done that a long time ago. There's no need in throwing all this money at him. He hasn't been playing. I know that's harsh to say, but it's a business. We've all watched things happen. And I think at this point, they should have done this years ago. And now, I don't know what's going to happen to him. I don't know if his career is pretty much over. What can you do in Detroit, okay? What can you do in Detroit? Let's be real. But anyway, we're really going to talk about what happened yesterday. And everybody knows that it was crazy yesterday. My phone was blowing up. I was just like, what? What is going on here? The last few hours leading up to the trading period, Cleveland made a statement. They made a huge statement. They finally did something. I mean, like, they've been doing something for the last few years now since LeBron has been back. But prior to LeBron even leaving the Cavs in the first place, I was begging them to make moves, trade people, bring in people, help LeBron. I mean, like, I didn't really care that much, but it's just like, in order to keep the player that you have drafted and invested in, you need to build a team around him. And so he was like, well, since y'all not going to do that, I'm leaving. So when he came back, I think they learned their lesson. I think at this point, LeBron's pretty much running the whole show. I'm surprised they didn't get rid of J.R. Smith. I don't know. Somebody tell me what J.R. Smith does for the team. That is like, we can't let you go type thing. I don't know, maybe he got some type of deal with LeBron. If you've been keeping up with the league, or even just Cleveland alone, you know they've been struggling this season. If you don't know that, you've been living under a rock. It's everywhere. Like, LeBron, he's trying to hide it. He's like, we're losing. I don't even want to talk about this. Why y'all in my face? We losing. Why don't you go talk to somebody that's winning? Basically, I think Cleveland at this point is just trying to keep LeBron happy. They're trying to keep him happy, and they're going to do whatever they have to do to keep him. I think they did make some good decisions as far as bringing people in, a younger and healthier set of players. I think that it is good now. The ones they got rid of, 3 of them weren't at their full potential to play basketball. So I think that it was time for them to go. It is what it is. Orlando Magic and the Phoenix Suns, they made some trades. The Knicks, Nuggets, and the Mavericks, they had a little menage a trois or whatever, and they sent some people, shift some things around. Cleveland, they just got rid of half their roster, seems like, okay? So Jay Crowder and Rose went to Utah. Now, Rose, we all know Rose's history, and it sucks for him. Y'all remember when Rose took a break, and we were like, who does that? Well, I was. Well, it kind of reminded me of when you're in a relationship with somebody and they say they want to take a break and then they want to hop back in the relationship like nothing happened. Okay? That's how I felt about Derrick Rose when he decided to take a break. Now, I know it was probably like some emotional things going on. He had some family things going on. But the situation itself, I was like, it's going to be hard to come back from this. It's like you took a break from the team, yo. I think at this point, it may have been some damage there, and I think that had an effect on them letting Rose go and trading him to Utah. Cleveland couldn't keep him. They couldn't keep him. I don't know if his career is going to be revived or not. Anything is possible, guys. Anything is possible, okay? So, Jay Crowder and Rose, they got sent to Utah. Joe Johnson and Iman Shumpert got sent to the Sacramento Kings. Isaiah Thomas, along with Channing Frye, was sent to the LA Lakers. And along with Thomas and Frye, they sent a first-round draft pick with them to LA. Okay, and LA is probably thinking they can move some stuff around too and make room for LeBron. It's not going to happen. And if it does, we'll revisit this video and talk about what went wrong. But LeBron's, at this point, it's hard to believe this deep into his career, LeBron is going to leave again. That's just me. I said the same thing when I was like, he's not leaving Miami. So he's proved me wrong before, but we shall see. I think this might be good for Thomas. I think it'll be a fresh start by the beginning of next season or even preseason. He should be, we're hoping, he should be back on his feet. He should be at full potential to play basketball. Boston trading him to Cleveland, I think, was the worst thing ever for him. Now, for Boston, I think they did good with getting Kyrie Irving, but he got the short end of the stick in that trade, and it was horrible for him. Between the trade and injuries, it wasn't good for him. So we're just going to hope for the best from Isaiah Thomas in LA. It is nice and warm in LA, though. The biggest one to me is Wade going back to Miami. Okay? Dwayne Wade is going back to Miami. Hey-oh! I'm ecstatic that Dwayne Wade is going back to Miami. I'm pretty sure the Cavs were like, yo, you want to go back to Miami? It's no secret that Dwayne Wade has always wanted to retire where he started, and that's in Miami. It's where he established himself as a player and a person in that city. Let's recap here, okay? So Dwayne Wade, along with Chris Bosh, opted out of the 2015-16 season. The biggest thing in that relationship between Dwayne Wade and Miami was that they were not offering Dwayne Wade the money he wanted and deserved. And in my opinion, they should have cut some of that money from Hassan Whiteside and gave it to Dwayne Wade and kept him. And I don't know what influence Pat Riley had on that deal, but I think he should have stepped in a little bit more and done what he could to keep Dwayne Wade. But hey, business is business, right? So, Dwayne Wade says he's happy to be back in Miami. Pat Riley says he couldn't be more happy that Dwayne Wade is coming back to Miami. So we'll see how that goes. With all that being said, all the trading and stuff like that, the Cavs, they picked up Rodney Hood, they picked up George Hill, they picked up Jordan Clarkson, and they picked up Larry Nance. For the most part, they're young and fresh, so we'll see what happens starting next week, I guess. The big question now is, was it enough? Did Cleveland do enough to make it to the playoffs, make it through the playoffs? Is it enough to beat the Warriors? So I have a question for you guys. Kevin Durant and LeBron James versus Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. Leave down in the comments which duo you think will beat the other duo. And tell me one short reason why. One reason why you think this duo will beat the other duo. Okay? Alright guys, that wraps it up for this trade deadline video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we will see each other again, okay? Because March Madness is coming up. And I don't play about my March Madness, okay? I can't wait to get my little bracket game on. You know what I'm saying? North Carolina, we will see you again, okay? You better be ready. Because I'm not playing with y'all. Okay? Bye, guys.